Alright guys, we got the new 008 Selkirk paddles in, and they've been tested and approved by me and the new PB Core boundaries. We've seen new core technology popping up, PB Core Carbon and the 11624 PB Core, and we know other big companies are gearing up to release their own innovations. But with Selkirk, we have TRUfoam. This is their latest experimental tech, and Selkirk is calling it the future of paddle core technology. But is this the real deal or just another flashy marketing move? Let's break it down. Hey guys, before we get into the details, if you like this review and you want to grab one of these paddles at a huge discount, you can use our discount code BRIONESPB at checkout. Alright, let's talk about what makes this paddle different. Right out of the box, I'll be honest, I didn't love the stock feel of this paddle. It was a little too light for my taste at 7.7 ounces, and I just wasn't getting the pop or stability that I wanted. But here's the thing, I added some weight to it, adjusted the balance, and that's when it really started to shine. Even the website says to add weight for optimal performance. When on the checkout section of the paddle, you'll get awesome detailed information on where to put the weighted tape and the results you'll get from that placement. Check it out. Personally, I added weight to the sides for a more forgiving feel to open up the spot of sweetness, and a small strip on top for a little more edge on power. Oh, and they also listed all the swing and twist weights for each model. Being that they come in all sizes of millimeters, it was good to see all the information displayed by the labs team for each individual model. Now, I actually think this is a smart move by Selkirk because most advanced players are going to customize their paddles anyways. Nobody at the pro or high level rec game is using a paddle stock. Everyone is adding weight, changing balance, fine-tuning it to fit to their game. So while the stock paddle didn't do it for me, after customizing it, I really liked what I got out of it. Selkirk's Project 008 introduces their new TRUfoam core technology designed to fix some of the biggest problems with traditional polypropylene honeycomb paddles, kind of like what we've seen before. So what problems are we having? So over time, polypropylene cores crush and deform, making your paddle lose its pop, feel, inconsistent. Selkirk's solution? TRUfoam. They claim that this design increases dwell time, improves spin, ensures consistency across the entire face of the paddle. And honestly, I like the way pickleball is going at this pace. We're finally seeing paddles dial back the crazy pop and raw power, which makes the playing field more balanced and rewards skill over just smashing the ball with a little bit of touch. Boom. No more of that. Unlike traditional honeycomb cores, the TRUfoam core is made of high density foam. This makes the paddle more resilient, responsive, and durable over time. It flexes just enough to grab the ball longer, which helps with control and spin, but won't break down like a standard core. This means your paddle should feel more consistent from day one. No weird dead spots over time, so they claim. Will we see? Now, every version of the 008 comes with a T700 raw carbon fiber face, and I'm glad they went with this route because T700 is one of the best materials for spin, control, and overall feel. If you like to roll the ball, flick, or cut it for a nasty slice, this surface grabs the ball well. Though it's not as gritty as some textured paddles like the Infinigrit from Selkirk's 007 or Carbon's Spin Tech, still, the spin potential is solid. Selkirk also thermoformed this paddle, meaning it has a sealed edge of extra stability and power. On top of that, there's an additional foam wall around the perimeter, which expands the sweet spot and makes off-center hits more forgiving. Basically, this paddle should feel stable and consistent no matter where you hit on the face. But we all know that's not really true. If you hit the edge guard, it's probably going to be a bad ball. Now, the 008 comes in 3 different shapes, so let's talk about which one might be the best fit for you. The Epic, my favorite, this is the all-around choice. Traditional shape, great mix of power and control, ideal for doubles players or anyone who likes a well-balanced paddle. Less mistakes, big sweet spot, it's great. The Invicta has a longer handle, elongated face, and more power. The 10mm version is going to be faster and more maneuverable, while the 13mm will have a little more control. The Tour 13 and 16, this one has the longest handle and biggest sweet spot of the three. The 16mm version is the most control focused, while the 13mm keeps things balanced. If you like reach and forgiveness, this is your shape, and if you're playing on the Pro Tour, you'll probably like this one the most. So far, the pickleball community is curious about the TRUfoam core. Selkirk Labs has always been about testing new paddle innovations, and for Project 008, the focus is 100% foam. Some players are wondering why Selkirk didn't include their Infinigrit surface like they did on the Project 007, so it looks like each lab's release is testing different elements of paddle design. But now the big question, is TRUfoam actually the future of paddle technology? Honestly, I'm leaning towards a yes, but then again, we're still in the beginning phases of foam. It's soft, stable, has a consistent feel, and should last longer than standard honeycomb paddles since it won't crush over time. But if you want max power or max spin, there are other paddles that might fit you better. Personally, I love the way Carbon placed their foam specifically inside the core of the paddle. It was a bit heavier, but it led to less customization and a better feel. The placement gave you the results you needed. The 11624, they left the honeycomb in there with the foam, so it probably won't last as long as a Selkirk or a Carbon because the honeycomb will crack under pressure in the long run. The only thing 11624 has on both models is the flashy price tag. Otherwise, you're playing with a $280 paddle, but on the flip side, the TRUfoam will last longer. So worth the money? You decide. So what do you guys think? Is TRUfoam a game changer or just another experiment? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let me know. And if you want to grab one of these paddles, remember to use the discount code BRIONESPB at checkout for a huge discount. Avoid the $288 price tag. If this review helped you out, hit the like button, subscribe, and remember, it supports what we do. I've got more paddles to test in the future like Gearbox and Yola coming out really soon, so stay tuned.